Why hello there, and welcome to another Dyrus coaching session. In our last session, we coached my manager Justin with his Jace game, where you can find it right here. This time, for this video, we selected a user from our Discord randomly. His name is Cryonics. He played a Tarek game, so I'll be able to tell you guys how I feel about Tarek support when it comes to Ardent Sensor. There are supports like Lulu, Soraka, and Janna, but Tarek is definitely one of the stronger supports bottom. We're teaming up with Mountain Dew to help you guys get better at the game. Hello there. Alright, so the player we will be watching here is the Tarek Almighty. First I want to talk about, support picks that are pretty top tier. And they're basically all the Ardent Sensor support, so Janna, Soraka, Sona, Lulu, more commonly Lulu Kog'Maw, Lulu Tristana, Lulu Twitch. Generally how you play the lane as Tarek is you start with E, and then you go W and then Q, and then you put a second point in Q, and then you max E. Nice replay sound. So I can't really do much about that. Ideally he wants to be looking to rush Ardent Sensor, because that's what every support does, and then after Ardent you go either finish your support item or you build Locket. And there's also the option of Redemption, Knight's Vow, Mikhail's, stuff like that. I guess what you're looking for in lane is making sure you use your Targon's, your Relic Shield stacks. Some AD carries will actually build Relic Shield instead of Doran Shield just to give their supports more money to get Ardent faster. And I feel like with the way this lane's being played, if Ashe went Relic Shield, that would have been pretty good for Tarek. I don't know what elo this is, but I'm just gonna guess bronze or silver off of like some of these item builds. But even in this elo, there's a lot of things to learn. So right now what Tarek should be doing is push the lane. Tarek's still not auto-attacking the wave. Okay, Tarek should be backing with Ashe. Should not walk up to auto the tower. I do not know what Tarek's doing. He should be going back to base. Alright, looks like the rest just connected. I'm not sure why we're watching a game where the enemy disconnected. Maybe he didn't know when he sent this in. Anyways, besides that, what he should have done is went back to base. He probably has a lot of gold. I'm not sure where the gold button is, but I'm pretty sure he has enough to buy, Relic, the upgraded version of Relic Shield, probably Ruby Crystal. Looks like Thresh is just disconnected. Oh, he came back. So now, you can't really control disconnects in this game, but now since you're ahead, Thresh is level 3. If you want to abuse the disconnected player, then Ashe should be arrowing, or you should be calling for your jungler to dive. Fiora's waiting for Tarek to go up, and it took a while for them to go for that, but Tarek should be walking up to ult Fiora, ult, no ult, okay. And here comes the Corruption Potion Echo. Ashe is dead. Okay. Tarek did use both of his summoners, but as for his spells, including his ultimate, it looks like he has a lot of mana. He also was walking up to an MF. Not a very good idea. Still ahead in the lane because Thresh DC'd, but they do have 3 kills now. So what you want to be looking for here is probably helping your AD when he's dying, but can't really control that if he dies on his own. Tarek still has not used ult yet this game. I am looking forward to the first time he uses ult. you gotta be active, dude. Press W on your AD, you know, press Q when they're hurt. So here's a good tip. Every time the enemy goes for a last hit, you can walk up and zone them with E. And if it misses, you walk back. If it hits, you can hit them a couple of times. Oh, here it is. Here's the E. Still need a W the Ashe, though. Alright. Oh, he W'd and ulted. Okay, so what he just did here would have been good on the dive. So, you know, he used his ult, but not really for the best usage. I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting flamed by his jungler right now. Okay, they are... This is very painful to watch. So at this point, there's not really much you can do because you don't have ults, so you kind of just farm. Also, Fior probably shouldn't be sitting in lane. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this game because this laning phase is killing me. Alright, so it looks like towers are done. Top tower is done. 17 minutes into the game. Taric is roaming. Taric has... Okay, he has the ward item and Merc treads. I guess that's not the worst thing. So what he should be building now is Ardent Sensor, or Redemption, or Locket. So when it comes to this point of the game, when you're done with the laning phase, you want to be looking around the objectives that your team's participating in and then placing wards. You also want to replace your warding totem for a sweeper, and better yet, the level 9 sweeper, the red sweeper. And you also want to be actively looking to ward in enemy jungles, or at least around you. Looking through the game, it does not look like many wards are replaced. Oh look, 2 wards. Alright, solo farming bottom. This is scenario. Remember, as support, your job is to go and get wards out for your team, not to farm out waves. Unless it's a big wave and no one's getting it, then yeah, go for it. Looks like he built Locket first. Good choice. All he's got to do is follow around his AD, W his teammates, W him. Wow, that was good. Why didn't he do that in the tower dive? Nobody knows. We're just going to go ahead and look at this one more fight, and then I'm probably just going to skip to the end of the game, because the problems that... There's just a lot to count. So we want to just focus on one thing at a time. You know, just making sure you ult your teammates when they're in the fight, when they're trying to dive, trying to get as many as possible. Ashe wasn't in the ult there. I mean, Ashe overextended and died. This looks like a bronze game. So, anyways, we're going to go towards the end and see what items he built. He built Iceborne Gauntlet, and he's building Frozen Heart. That's a total of 50% CDR when this is completed. Buy Ancient Coin. Go gold per level, yellows and quints, armor reds, and MR blues. Rush Ardent Sensor, finish the Ancient Coin item, whether it's the ward item or the speed boost item, either of them is fine. Make sure that you're placing wards down when you have them. You know, just get into the habit of placing them. Don't worry about the timings, just get used to placing them, and then worry about the timings after you actually do it. When there's the tower dive bottom, make sure you W and R your Fiora when you're tower diving. The enemy Thresh was level 3 and disconnected, so there is no excuse for them to not wipe out bottom. It was good that Taric used his summoners for that dive, but press ult. Just ult. Even if you may not kill him, because Ashe played it badly, at the very least press ult. Also, after Ardent Sensor and the coin item, definitely build Locket, and then build Redemption, Knight's Vow. Do not build Iceborne Gauntlet, do not build Frozen Heart unless they are all AD. I would say to buy Mikhail's, but I feel like there'd be too many things for you to think about. So, you know, I guess just build tank items after that, maybe a stone plate. And make sure your skill order is E, W, Q, Q, and then max E, and then max Q, while always putting points in R, obviously. Okay, so it looks like Taric did win this game, but even though you won this game, there's just too many mistakes to go over every single one, but at the very least, we got all the basics for item build, runes, masteries, and using your ability. So thank you, Mountain Dew, for helping me help my viewers be less boosted.